Jets Nation, welcome back to another Jets Media live stream. Today is a great day to be a freaking New York Jets fan. He fires it over the middle, touchdown! Garrett Wilson! The New York Jets tie the football game! Ah! It's a toss to Breece Hall. Breece Hall cuts up the middle. Breece Hall's loose! Breece Hall's gone! Breece Hall is gone! He walks into the end zone! That's a Jets touchdown! Sauce Gardner's there for the game winner! That's New York Jets, new era Robert Saleh football right there. Breaking news, the New York Jets got him! Aaron Rodgers is officially a member of the New York Jets! The vibe amongst his fan base is just a really awesome thing to watch our fans have a reason to be excited. This Jets team is ready to take flight this year.
We're gonna show the world today what Jets football is about. Let's go. All we need is us. All we need.
I got high expectations for them, and you should too. I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys. Let's go Jets. Jets.
Jets, Jets, Jets.
Let's go! Yo, Jets Nation, what is good, everybody? We got a post-game recap to get into, baby, because the New York Jets just came off a dominating performance against the Carolina Panthers, baby, and we got a lot to break down because it is overwhelmingly positive of the amount of things that we need to break down with these New York Jets. Whether it's the offense, whether it's the defense, whether it's the special teams, the coaching, you name it, the scheme. There is so much to break down. It's going to be a heavy, jam-packed live show because I am scared that I'm going to miss some players that needs to get recognition. That's my biggest fear. My biggest fear is that by the end of this show, people are going to comment and be like, Richie, you didn't give this person credit who looked good today. Sorry. There's so many players that deserve credit in today's domination against the Carolina Panthers. Did I say that correctly? Domination. Absolute rout of the Carolina Panthers, baby. Wow. You cannot ask for just a better all-around performance. And listen, I know it's just preseason, and but I definitely think that this is something that Jets fans should really, be happy about. The fact that this Jets football team went out there after losing the Hall of Fame game and just dominated on all three phases of the ball for all four quarters. I don't care if it's preseason. I don't care if it's against backups, our backups versus their backups. Our backup defense shut down their starting offense. So there you go. Our starting offense went up against their backups on defense. That's how the preseason goes. But the reality is this Jets team needed to get reps in. They needed to figure it out. And my favorite part about this, before we get into the individual performances and what player looked good, there's a laundry list of them, my favorite and biggest takeaway of this game is that we finally saw what Robert Saleh is talking about by saying, he said it in today's press conference after the game as well, play our style, our brand of football. And that's what we saw today. Whether it was the player in the fourth quarter, Virgil, that's not making the roster, who made a big play, to Michael Carter making a play, to Will McDonald making a play. It doesn't matter if you're making the team or not making the team. What Robert Saleh and his coaching staff is trying to do here, folks, is establish an identity, establish the way that New York Jets play football. And this is how they do it. Get to the quarterback relentlessly. I absolutely love the message that Robert Saleh has been saying to the defensive line. Even Jermaine Johnson said it as well. We go as they go. That being the defensive line. This defense is all relying on this defensive pass rush because without the pass rush, getting home consistently with four men, this defense is not going to be elite. And that's where they want to be, by the way. They want to be the best. They want to be the best defense in the NFL. They have that goal. Because last year they were the 4th ranked defense in the NFL. Why can't they be the best this year? Because guess what, folks? When Robert Saleh got hired to be the New York Jets head coach, he always referenced year 3. He always referenced, even in his first season, he always talked about a 3-year window where the first year is you're establishing that you're getting used to the new players. You're picking players that you like the best. Year 2, you get more continuity. Year 3 is where it all clicks because this defense has a lot of players that's been with this team for 3 years. Quinnen Williams, CJ Mosley, Michael Carter II. You add people in last year with DJ Reed, Sauce Gardner, Jordan Whitehead. Continuity is a big thing. So I think this defense, everything's starting to click. Everything's starting to really process fast, and that's really cool. And that's one of my biggest takeaways is that the Robert Saleh style and the culture and the way that they do things for this organization, you saw it today. You saw it all across the board. In the trenches, the offensive line looked great. Defensive line looked great. Running game, excellent. Defense all around, excellent. Special teams, phenomenal. What more can you ask for special teams, bro? Special teams, Zerline, 2 for 2. Morstead pinned him out the 1-yard line. There's not one negative thing to say. And overall, we came out injury-free, which is really cool. But there was one injury, actually, and Jeremy Ruckert does have an AC joint, a shoulder injury. We don't know the extent of it. I don't know when that happened, but that did happen. So that's scary. I really think that this Jets team, that defense was all over the place without our starters. We didn't have our usual starting defense out there. So that's really scary. So let's get straight into business, folks. Make sure you guys hit that like button on your way into the show, whether you're watching it live or you're watching a replay. I appreciate you guys tuning in as always. My name's Richie, and as you know, I cover the Jets here on Jets Media. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're inching closer and closer to that 19K goal. Let's get it going. So first, let's talk about Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson, he had a good day. Right? I think that we saw promising signs of Zach Wilson. Now, I know some people want to see, Zach Wilson light it up and put up 2 touchdowns and have flashy out of the pocket throws and just light it up. But that's not what I'm looking for. What I want to see from Zach Wilson is make the easy throws, be able to run an offense, look like you know what you're doing mentally, go through your reads, not look like there's the stage is too big for you. That's exactly what he did. Now, was he perfect? Did he have a couple bad throws? Yeah, he did. And that's okay because he bounced back and he had better throws afterwards. That 2-minute drill at the end of the first half was the best Zach Wilson we saw. He was 5 for 5, managed the clock beautifully, led the Jets down the field, and eventually got that touchdown to Kenny Yeboah, which was an excellent play call from Nathaniel Hackett. And that's another thing I really want to mention before we get deeper into the players. Nathaniel Hackett. What was his role with the Packers? He was a red zone specialist. Matt LaFleur was the play caller. Nathaniel Hackett, his role for the Packers was red zone. That's what he was known for. And you saw it. And don't forget, last year, the New York Jets were one of the worst. No, I think they were the worst red zone offense in the NFL with Mike LaFleur calling plays and the personnel that we had. You add Aaron Rodgers, which we haven't seen yet, obviously. You add Nathaniel Hackett. You see those play calls? That play call with Kenny Yeboah being wide open, that's scheme. That is awesome that we have a coach that knows how to scheme guys open. We don't know what that's like as Jets fans. We're used to having to rely on a crazy flashy play to get in the end zone. We can never just scheme people open. And the amount of times that I've watched Aaron Rodgers have a simple play action and have a wide open tight end that he just flips it to for a touchdown throughout his career is ridiculous. And we saw that with Zach Wilson. And yeah, he was wide open, but Zach Wilson did a phenomenal job selling that play action because without selling that play action, that man's not wide open. So excellent job from Zach Wilson. The execution was pristine. Also, shout out to Hackett throughout the entirety of the game. All the red zone touchdowns, the 2 touchdowns from Tim Boyle, schemed guys open, play action bootlegs. The tight ends were on one today. So let's stick with Zach Wilson real quick. His final stats. Here are his final stats. If some people are wondering, what exactly were Zach Wilson's stats? Well, I tweeted this out. So Zach Wilson, 14 for 20, 70% completion percentage, 123 yards, 1 touchdown, 102.7 rating. So that is Zach Wilson's final stats. in the first half. I think this is a promising sign. Now, again, it's just the preseason, and I know that he didn't have some, he wasn't pushing the ball down the field. It was a lot of quick throws, hitch routes, swing routes to the halfbacks. Wasn't like he was, chucking the ball down the field, throwing bombs. But that's not what we need from Zach. We know that he has an arm that can do that. We all know that Zach Wilson has the ability to stretch the field and throw darts down the field. What he struggled with the most in his first 2 years as the New York Jets quarterback is the simple, easy throws. Taking what the defense gives you. That is what Zach Wilson needs to learn the most. Can he read a defense, see what's going, check to a new play, get rid of the ball fast to the open man? That is what he needs to do. It's exactly what he did today. So I was impressed by Zach Wilson. Didn't blow out of the water where people are going to be like, whoa, Zach is a lead all of a sudden. No, he's not. But I think Zach Wilson looked good, man. And I was really impressed with Nathaniel Hackett's style of scheme, setting up the play action, running the football, hitting the tight ends over the middle, halfbacks on the thing, doesn't rely on those deep balls down the field. Even though I was a little frustrated at first, I want to see some deep shots, but don't worry, when Rodgers is out there, we're going to see some deep shots. I guarantee you that. So sticking with the offense, let's get into the running backs because the running backs looked really good as well as the offensive line. Now we saw the whole starting offensive line today minus Elijah Vera-Tucker. Wes Schweitzer was in his replacement at right guard. So we have Billy Turner at left tackle, Tomlinson at left guard, McGovern at center, Schweitzer at right guard, and Max Mitchell at right tackle. And then Michael Carter was the starting back, and he looked good, man. Michael Carter had a lot of juice today. And I've been all off season long hyping up and talking about Michael Carter in a positive lens because I think there's a lot of people just counting him out and forget that the sophomore slump is a real thing. And he had a sophomore slump last year. And now we're hoping that, our guys that's going into their sophomore years this season of Garrett and Sauce and Jermaine and all those guys don't have it, but it's a real thing. And Michael Carter was unfortunately part of the sophomore slump thing. So I think Michael Carter has a lot to prove. He has a new headspace, and we saw a fresh energy from Michael Carter, making people miss in the open field. Like what makes Michael Carter so good is his ability to just make the first guy miss, pick up the extra 3 to 4 yards. He's not going to go out there and take it 80 yards to the house. That's not his game. That's what we got Breece Hall for. That's what we got Izzy for. But Michael Carter doesn't do that, and he doesn't need to do that. He is that guy that you give him the ball in open space, he will make the first guy miss. He has balance, vision, footwork, shiftiness, elusiveness. I love what I saw from Carter today, man. He's exciting me big time. So shout out to Michael Carter. Now, the offensive line, they were moving people, man. Zach Wilson wasn't touched with the starting offensive line. This offensive line was also moving people in the run game. So excellent job from the offensive line. The tight ends, they were heavily involved. Tyler Conklin got the first catch from Zach Wilson. CJ Uzama got the next catch from Zach Wilson. So the tight ends are obviously heavily involved in this. Not a lot of showing from the Jets wide receivers today. We saw Alan Lazard. We saw Corey Davis. We saw Hardman out there. But I don't think any of those guys even had a target or a catch. So that's okay because the Jets' game plan was obviously the running backs and tight ends, and that was all beautiful. Now, sticking with the offense, we saw Israel Abanikanda with that ridiculous touchdown run. Oh, my gosh. Izzy getting busy. That run up the middle, almost touchdown. I call it a touchdown run because it should have been, but hey, I know it wasn't. He was down, but I wish it was. So Izzy on 3rd and 2, a little halfback dive in the A-gap, shoots up the A-gap, gets into the second level so fast because he's so darn quick, has the safety in his face, plants his right foot in the ground to get him going this way, spin move back to the left. What? And then he's got another 15 yards to go for the end zone, dragging people, just gets down at the 1-yard line. What a run from Izzy, bro. That was really sensational. I think this Jets football team's got a deep running back room. Not the greatest showing from Bam Knight. He almost had a fumble. It did get called back, which is good, but he did have a couple good runs. But Carter looked better than Bam, and so did Izzy. And I've been saying that if people keep asking me, Richie, if we do get Dalvin Cook, who's the odd man out in the running back room, I keep going to Bam Knight. And that's not anything against Bam Knight, but me looking at this Jets running back room, if they do land Cook, which I don't even think is likely at this point, I don't know what's going on with that. I'm not saying I want him, but out of the running backs we have, Bam Knight seems to be the guy that might have to be the odd man out if we have to make that decision with Dalvin Cook. So overall, Carter looked good. Izzy looked good. Bam had a fumble that did get called back, so luckily it was no turnover. But overall, offense looked pretty darn good. Now, let's get into the defense. Woo! Oh, I'm frozen. No one told me that. All right, I'm frozen. All right, guys, everybody hit that thumbs up button for your boy because I was just frozen for like who knows how long that was. But hit that like button, guys. Let's go. So let's get into the defense. The defense was sensational. Holy crap. And by the way, defense had no starters. No Sauce Gardner, no DJ Reed, no Michael Carter II, no Jordan Whitehead, no Tony Adams. So the 5 starting players in the secondary not playing. No CJ Mosley, no Quincy Williams. Our 2 starting linebackers not playing. No Quinnen Williams, our superstar defensive tackle. No Carl Lawson, no John Franklin Myers. None of those guys. And we still were dominating. Jermaine Johnson with an insane spin move, power rush. He looks like a completely different player, man. I'm not even kidding. It's not just because he changed his number to 11. He looks like a brand new. Things are clicking faster. He looks physically stronger and faster and quicker off the line. Like, wow. Jermaine Johnson, he's been the talk of camp, and he is showing why, because he is about to explode. And I love that he said that the defensive line holds the responsibility that the defense goes as the defensive line goes. Without consistent pass rush on the quarterback, this defense is not going to be great. And they know that. And that's a lot of pressure on a unit where they're like, wow, if we don't do our job, our defense, not going to be that good. It's that simple. Like, it's going to make Sauce and DJ and all the people in backfield's job so much easier if they can get consistent pass rush. And without Quinnen, and by the way, Quinnen is literally had 10 to 12 sacks in the joint practice against the Panthers. If you guys saw that Hard Knocks clip, man. So Jermaine Johnson, I'm at a loss for words. Will McDonald, first career sack with the Jets in the preseason. He looks so bendy, so elusive. Not only did he have a sack, but there was another play on 3rd down where he had his elusive spin move. I don't have a clip of it, but he did the spin move, got into the face of Matt Corral, which forced a bad throw. Quarterback hit. Will McDonald is different. The fact that we have Jermaine Johnson on one end with Will McDonald on the other to just go after the quarterback in their unique pass rushing ways, that's back-to-back first-round picks from Joe Douglas of pass rushing abilities on that edge. That tells you all you need to know, that Joe Douglas prioritizes pass rush. Back-to-back drafts with drafting players at that edge spot. Not to mention Bryce Huff was also getting after it. Quentin Jefferson got a strip. No, he got a sack. Really crazy stuff. Hector was the one that got the strip sack. Not to mention Brennan Eccles was locking down things. Brennan Eccles, he had a pick 6 in the joint practice against Bryce Young, filling in for Sauce. Today he gets to start locking people down. Shout out Brennan Eccles, because he is a pretty darn good cornerback to be a backup in case one of DJ or Sauce goes down, which hopefully we all know does not happen. But you got to give credit. Brennan Eccles was looking good. Another player on defense that made 2 big-time plays that I've been so impressed with at training camp when I go with my own eyes, and last week's in preseason. That's rookie Zaire Barnes. Zaire Barnes looks really darn good, man. This is a player that I think the Jets might have found a gem. Now, Robert Saleh, he's known to be a linebacker guy, right? He was a linebackers coach over in Jacksonville. That's his bread and butter. And I think Zaire Barnes might be someone the Jets are going to slowly come along. Now, he's not going to start. He will be next man up if there's an injury. But I think Barnes is looking good, man. As a rookie, late round pick, I like what I saw from Barnes. Now, sticking back, let's go back to the offense real quick and talk about the offensive line's second team, because this is important. This is where Mekhi Becton comes in. This is where Joe Tippmann comes in, right? Mekhi Becton, man, 30-plus snaps. Looking good. Looking great, actually. This is what we wanted to see. This is what we want to see. The New York Jets needed Mekhi Becton to go the distance, and it's exactly what he did. Apparently, he played more than the Jets wanted him to. Yeah, that's all you need to know. So big-time progression for Mekhi Becton. I'm excited to see what happens next, because this is a really positive sign. I don't know how this offensive tackle spot's going to shake up now after in training camp. Who's going to play? I don't know. But Mekhi Becton was playing well in the pass protection. He looked amazing in pass protection. He had 1 miscue with Tristan Colon next to him. But other than that, man, very positive sign. And even Saleh said, like, he's not even worried about Mekhi's, like, performance. He just wants him to get on the field, play snap after snap after snap, and, like, show that you can play a full game. I mean, it's that simple. And he did that. He didn't play a full game, but he played more than the Jets were expecting him to. So that's a positive sign for Mekhi Becton. Now, the rookie center, Joe freaking Tippmann, was moving people in the run game. Oh, my gosh. Joe Tippmann looks literally like a monster. And I know that Jets fans are like, how is this guy not starting? Why is he not the starting center? I want him to be the starting center too. But the Jets are playing it smart. They want him to be the backup for now, slowly bring him in, mature him, make him fight for that job. Don't just gift him the starting center role. I like the Jets' approach to their Joe Tippmann thing. Let him play in the preseason. Let him get all the snaps. Let him be the backup for now, and let him prove to this coaching staff that he's ready to go. And when he's ready to go, the Jets will play him. The Jets are not going to be dummies. When Joe Tippmann proves to his coaching staff that he's ready to handle the starting center position, that's when it's going to happen. So Joe Tippmann, big time check for me. Very, very fun stuff for Joe Tippmann. I think that the rookie class, bro, Will McDonald looks freaking freakish. Joe Tippmann is checking out. Carter Warren, I don't know if he has an injury or something because he didn't play today. So that's something to keep in mind. Izzy getting busy. We all saw that. Zach Kuntz, he had a touchdown. Zach Kuntz, not only did he get a touchdown, but a couple plays before that, he got the ball, and that's when he showed off his athleticism. Planted his foot in the ground, made two guys miss, try to hurdle somebody. And then Zaire Barnes. I mean, this rookie class, man, they're flashing. And not to mention, we don't get to see Jarek Bernard Converse from LSU yet because he's been injured, which is unfortunate because that sounds like he's going to have a redshirt rookie season if I heard. If you're injured in your rookie season during training camp, your ass ain't touching the field until next year. So overall, rookie class this year so far, Will McDonald, Joe Tippmann, Izzy, Barnes, and Kuntz, and Brownlee, even though Brownlee didn't get a lot of looks today. I'm liking this rookie draft class, man. I really, really am. Aaron Rodgers, free pizza with a $5 super chat. Thank you, my friend. Running depth. I'm feeling good for now. Yeah, the running back depth is true, dude. The running back depth. We got some deep ones, and we don't even have our superstar in Breece Hall. Like, we have Michael Carter today looked good. Izzy looked great. Bam, all right. Travis Dye, you got to show some love. He actually looked not that bad either. So running back depth's looking pretty good, man. I like it. I like it a lot. And I think Izzy might be a running back. I mean, I'm not running back 2 because when Breece is back, he's running back 3. But they got to use Izzy, bro. He looks different. He looks like one of those gems. You know how there's always a team that finds a rookie running back in the mid rounds that just becomes a stud? That looks like Izzy Abanikanda, baby. Woo, what a draft pick. Man, I'm really impressed by this entire draft class. I really, really am. The entire draft class. And it's funny, too, because this is probably the least hyped up draft class ever. And what I mean by that is just the fans talking about them. You know, usually that's the only thing Jets fans have to be excited about is a new draft class. That's it. This year, that's not the case. We have Aaron Rodgers to be excited about. We have last year's draft class that we're still hyped about because that's how good it was. And we have like Quinnen Williams and we have DJ Reed. We have a lot of players to be excited about. And we're forgetting about this year's draft class. And it's not as splashy as it once used to be. But then you realize, holy shit, this is a good draft class. Low key. It's such an underrated, like slept on draft class for this Jets team. I like that, man. That tells you a lot. That really tells you a lot, man. Oh my gosh. So overall, dude, I think I covered everything. Overall domination. Like, that's it. Like, there wasn't one thing from this game that I can say that needs to be fixed. And that's wild. There's not one part of that game where I'm thinking to myself, oh, wow, they need to clean that up. Like, another thing I didn't even mention, the penalties, no issue. Yeah, there was a penalty on Bowden. There was a penalty on McGovern. 2 penalties? That's it. Not 5, not 7. You're going to have penalties, but you can't make it consistent. You can't have pre-snap penalties. You can't do all these things, and they didn't do that. Penalties was an issue last week, not tonight. Big plus. Big plus. Bro, we shut down that Panthers offense. Like, Bryce Young, welcome to the NFL because you could not do anything on us. Nothing. On our backups. Holy crap, bro. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I just uploaded my video of my clips of my live reaction throughout the game. There's one point where I start screaming at the camera, "We're coming, Josh Allen! Week 1!" Like, oh my God, dude, that game's going to be wild. I was So impressed from this Jets defensive line, dude. They are ferocious. And the people are taking note. People around the league are watching the preseason and looking at this D-line. They're like, yo, this D-line's doing this without Quinnen Williams, without Carl Lawson, without John Franklin Myers, without Clemens, which he wasn't playing tonight. I don't know why. Dog, I don't think we understand the potential of this defense. We don't. They're going to go to another level. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. Aaron Rodgers free pizza with another $5. Don't know. Thank you, bro. Jets never draft the best player. 2 drafted last year. This year's, they will be solid at least. What does this mean? Jets never draft the best player. 2 drafted last year. This year's, they will be solid at least. Okay, well, you expect the Jets to draft 2 rookie of the years every year? I mean, that doesn't happen often, bro. So, not every single draft pick has to be stars. They have to be quality players for this organization. And I think Will McDonald is on the path to be a quality rotational piece, quality, eventually, like, big-time starter, like, all the time in the future. Joe Tippmann, he might be the franchise center if it all goes well. Izzy could be a big-time piece to this running game. Now, are they going to win Offensive Rookie of the Years? No, but they don't have to. Want to know why? Because, this is what this year's draft class told me. The Jets are drafting best player available because they don't need to draft need. And when you don't need to draft need, that tells you that this roster is stacked. They drafted Will McDonald because they knew that this defensive line is their best position. So why not stack it and add more to it? Right? That's what it is. This draft class is not going to touch last year's draft class. I don't think we'll ever see another draft class like 2 years ago. I really don't. I don't think we'll ever see a draft class like the Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson one. So stop. I don't want people to think that's the standard. That's not gonna keep happening. But this year's draft class tells you that this Jets team is building depth. I agree with you, Richie. Sometimes you're drafting for depth and character playlist. Not everyone is a superstar. Exactly. You don't need to be superstars, bro. Even though some players like Will McDonald screams like a superstar. And I don't want to get ahead of myself, but like he's got something different. He's got something I haven't seen before in a Jets edge rusher. I've never seen someone do a spin move like that on the Jets. I've never seen someone bend the way he does. And then Jermaine Johnson, he showed off the spin move plus power. Like what McDonald lacks is power, but that's okay. Or why? Because we got JJ. We got JJ to bring that power. And guess what, bro? We just need them to be solid. That's the point. The team is so good that we're not relying on our draft picks to be great. If our rookies are solid, that is a big plus. We don't need to rely on our rookies to be great. If we were relying on our rookies to be great, this was back in 2017 when we sucked. This was back in 2019 when we sucked because the roster around this team sucked. So we're relying on these rookies to do it all for us. That's not the case anymore. Last year, we drafted superstars, and they stole the show. And that is the foundation of this team. The foundation of the New York Jets is Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson, Jermaine Johnson, Breece Hall. They all just happen to come in the same freaking draft. Now, that's so rare, bro. That doesn't happen. Hennessy. This D-line is scary. Feast all year. Bro, it's terrifying, dude. They play with a different violent energy, dude. They just play. I can't get over Jermaine. That year 2 leap is scary. Like, he looks like a completely different animal. Like, he looks unblockable. He looks like to the point where there's something in his brain, like, that he knows for guaranteed he's going to get to the quarterback, whether he sacks him or not. He's going to make a play. That's exciting, man. That was just unreal. Guys, I know it's preseason, but I don't think I've ever watched a Jets football game, preseason included, in my life where there is not one negative thing to talk about. Someone bring up one negative. No penalties. Domination. Not giving up 1 point. Special teams. Check. No turnovers. Like, what are we doing here? There's not a negative to talk about, bro. Like, there's not anything that happened where I'm like, it hurt this team. 27-0. That's crazy. That doesn't happen often. So soak that in. Like, oh my gosh, dude. I'm just like thinking back. I'm trying to think of a negative thing. And there's nothing. There wasn't anything. That's just, oh. And Zach Wilson did everything he needed to do. Was he conservative? Was he checking it down? Yeah. Did it work? Yeah. So who cares? Right? Like, what are we doing here? All of a sudden, we care that a successful offense moves because he's not going down the field? Shout out EJ Jenkins. Nah, but we got to watch this real quick, okay? Becton didn't look good. I have to disagree with this. Becton looked good, man. I don't know if you're referring to that one play where the left guard had a miscommunication and the guy went free to the quarterback. If that's what one play you're holding on to, how about the 29 other snaps from Mekhi? And he stayed throughout the... See, this is what I don't get. Mekhi Becton played the entire 30-plus snaps, more than the Jets wanted him to. He was moving people in the run game and was protecting the quarterback. What more do you want from him? What are you guys expecting? Pancakes? Like, what do you want more? Becton was fine. Like, this is a giant positive for Mekhi Becton today. I don't get how someone is turning this into a negative. All we needed to see from Mekhi today is to play and not get hurt and not be this uncomfortable and pull himself out of the game. Last week was a concern. Last week, he looked good when he played, but it didn't matter because he played 7 snaps and pulled himself out. That's a bad thing. Today, not the case. He was doing what he needed to do, man. TG Beats with the $5. Thank you, man. I think the running back tight end groups are surprisingly deep. Your thoughts? What do you think about the offensive tackle spot moving forward? Also, I messaged you on IG. TG Beats, I'll check that out. Appreciate the donation, brother. Running back and tight end group. Dude, we have like 55 tight ends. I mean, we had Conklin catch a ball. We had Uzama catch a ball. Ruckert caught a pass. Yeboah touchdown. Kuntz touchdown. EJ Jenkins touchdown. Wait a sec. Holy shit. It just clicked. Wait, I got to count that again. So we had Conklin reception, Uzama reception, Ruckert reception, Kuntz touchdown, Yeboah touchdown, Jenkins touchdown. That's 6 tight ends. Wow. 6 of them impacted today. Yes. And our running backs are deep as well. And now the offensive tackle spot today was a plus. I think Billy Turner looked really good today. I think Max Mitchell looked good today. I think Becton looked good today. So overall, positives for tackle. We're still waiting to hear back from Dwayne Brown. So that's definitely something to keep in mind as well. Ray Adams Jr. with the $5. Thank you, bro. Says, we finished 500 or better our first 6 games. We'll be a top 3 AFC team. Shout out to Joe Douglas. First time we have talented depth. Yeah, bro. 3-3 in the first 6 games is what we need. Anything below that would be bad. 3-3. Give me 3-3 heading into the bye. Obviously, yeah, 4-2 would be great. 5-1 would be great. 6-0 would be great. But as a realistic fan, looking at the schedule, give me 3-3 by the bye. The schedule eases up. You go on a low win streak. Win the division. That's how you do it. Beat the Bills. Beat the Patriots. Beat the Broncos. You got to do those 3. Those are the 3 wins. Not saying guaranteed losses to the Cowboys and the Chiefs and the Eagles, but like if I had 3 games I want to win, it's against the Bills, it's against the Patriots, and the Broncos. Those are the 3 games. I can suffer losing to the Cowboys. I can suffer losing to the Chiefs and the Eagles. Give me W's against those 3. No doubt. Our all-line gels, watch out. Once our all-line gels, watch out. Facts. I agree. I mean, we could do this too. Win every game. All right. Look at this play from JJ. I just want to highlight this real quick. Look at Jermaine Johnson right here, guys. He didn't do this last year, okay? This is not something that we saw from Jermaine Johnson like ever. Just watch him. And the cool thing about this, if you guys watch my video I uploaded of my live, like clips of my live reaction, I said live, I'm watching Jermaine Johnson on this rep. I said it before the snap. I'm like, I'm going to watch Jermaine. He's in the wide 9 formation right here. Watch. Spin move, bull rush. Are you kidding? Like, that's a mixture of speed and power if I ever saw it. And the funny thing is, Bryce Huff's the one that gets the sack. We're going to check out Bryce Huff after. But the combination of spinning and then the right tackle does a decent job of reshuffling his feet to get in front of him. Good job to the right tackle. But guess what, right tackle? You're not good enough to handle the power. Like, look, Jermaine realized, like, I couldn't get by him on the spin move. I am just going to throw you into the quarterback. Like, that is, he's really bull rushing a grown man and then gets home. Now let's watch Bryce Huff, because this is the difference between Jermaine Johnson and Bryce Huff. What Jermaine does is he shows off his speed and power. Bryce Huff, he shows off the speed and the bend. Watch Bryce Huff be able to bend around, and the key to an edge rusher is not go here, right? The tackle's job is to push the edge rusher outside so the quarterback will have a nice pocket. But the edge rusher's job is to bend, duck under it, and go this way. You want to go cut in. Does that make sense? You want to go whoop instead of there. So watch Bryce real quick. Oh, you see how he just bends? That was sick. Like, what the tackle wants to do is push him out. You see the 20-yard line? That's kind of the threshold to push him out of the 20-yard line. But Bryce Huff, as elite as he does, he gets right along that 20. Look at that. And he's right there. Swallowed up. Both Jermaine and him. Like that's pass rush. That's Robert Saleh edge rushers. Bro, we've been asking for edge rushers for so long. I remember like watching football games and watching quarterbacks have all day to throw the football. Like, this is so refreshing that we have edge rushers to make plays like this, dude. Wow. Who gifted me membership? Thanks in advance. So we had somebody during the stream gift 50 of you guys memberships. I didn't even know that was possible. I didn't even know it was a thing. But shout out to that guy. I think his name is Mike. He gifted 50 memberships. That's cool. John, so Boyle keeping the shutout alive with the TKL. Yeah, that is true. Tim Boyle throws a pick and then saves the pick six. It would easily been a pick six if he didn't tackle him. That would have been a pick six for sure. Over under 50 total sacks. How many did they have last year? I think it was like 40 something. Let me check it out. Jets team sacks. 45. So the Jets have 45 sacks last year. I think they can get over 50. For sure. They had 45 sacks and 12 picks. I think, this is the worst stat. 11 forced fumbles and 4 fumble recoveries last year. That needs to change. Okay? If you force 11 fumbles, you have to recover 8 minimum. So that was disappointing. Yeah, no. They didn't recover 7 fumbles. That needs to change. When you force a fumble, you recover the fumble. Okay? That needs to change. So, yeah. 45 sacks last year, 12 picks last year. I think they can get to 50 sacks and like 16, 17 picks. And maybe a pick six. They did not have 1 pick six or a fumble touchdown. They didn't have 1 defensive touchdown. That's another thing we would like to see, a scoring defense. Can we get pick sixes? Can we get fumble sixes? Can we do that stuff? Can we become a scoring defense? Because that's where things go up another notch. Dye is going to get poached by another team. Probably, man. He's good. Or he doesn't, and he's chilling on our practice squad like Bam Knight did last year. Appreciate the $2, Max. Let's go. How about my boy Kuntz from Old Dominion? Dude, Zach Kuntz. When he got that ball and he made that first guy miss for that first down and try to hurdle someone, that's when he showed off his athleticism, dude. It's pretty sick. V. Lee, congratulations on your first win, Jets. Keep on winning in preseason games. I can't wait until week 1. Go Bills. Now, I can't tell this is a little slight that we're celebrating a preseason win, but I can't wait for week 1, dude. I'll see you then. Zach is improving because he's getting the correct coaching now. And don't forget, oh, perfect. Coach Rogers. Look at that timing. I was about to say, not only is he getting proper coaching, but he's getting an actual guru that plays the position to coach him as well. In Aaron Rodgers. I like Dye's energy for real. Me too, man. Richie, you would have loved the sack exchange. They used to line up and fist fight the O-line for 2 hours and destroy quarterbacks. This D-line could do something similar, but in their own way. I'm hopeful. I hope, bro. I really hope. Coach Rogers, you know it. Glenn, what's up, man? He says, Richie, it was pretty impressive. No penalties. That is hard to do in preseason. Facts. That's one of the most impressive parts about this. Like, not only did the offense look good, the defense look good, and the special teams look good. Not only did we shut them out and everything, but there was no penalties, no false starts, no offsides, no roughing the passers, no holding, no. I mean, wow. Discipline that needs to continue. That was my biggest issue last week in the Hall of Fame game. My biggest concern was the penalties. And that was Robert Sala's concern too. In Hard Knocks, he was talking about it. In press conference, he was harping about it. So you know. Who disappointed today? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. And I'm someone that does not like to just talk positives. I need to bring up both sides here. I like to be objective. But there's not anything to be objective about. Like, the only negatives you can bring up are the only 2 penalties. But then you think about it, penalties are inevitable. Like, am I really going to harp on a Bowden holding call and a McGovern tripping call when those are the only 2 penalties of the entire game? No, I'm not. So, I don't know. It's crazy. Other teams have players they are trying to protect too. I wouldn't worry too much about our poachers. You know, the one thing that's still haunting me, and I'm not that upset because we have Tony Adams, but I still don't understand why the Jets cut Jason Pinnock last year. Like, that's going to happen this year, bro. Don't cut someone. Like, why would you cut Pinnock? I'm sorry. I'm a little salty about it. I move on. I get it. We have Tony Adams. But Pinnock is a good player. And he happens to be on the Giants, which sucks. When we cut him, I was shocked. It's like, why did we just cut Pinnock? But that's going to happen, man. When you have good players, you're going to have to cut some. Richie, shout out to our kicker and punter. Yes, I did give them the shout out. Dude, Greg Zuerlein, perfect so far. Perfect so far in the preseason and training camp. I don't think I've seen him miss. Thomas Morstead, pinning you down. Didn't he have 1 punt, maybe 2? Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like, not only did the quarterback, the offensive line, the corners, the D-line look good, but even the damn kicker and punter showed off. You know? That's what's, like, mind-boggling to me. Folks, if you're enjoying the show and you're pumped up about these New York Jets dominating victory against the Panthers, please do your boy a solid favor and simply hit that thumbs up button. We got 118 likes. I think we could do better than that. Let's get over 100 likes, folks. Smash that like button. I love going live with you guys. I love breaking down this Jets team. Game day is still here. I love it. Game freaking day was fantastic. Oh my gosh. Let's freaking go. I'm so excited, man. Like, what else is there to say, dog? TG Beats with potential gems like Ruckert, Izzy, Kuntz, Barnes. I really believe this team is built for the future. Your thoughts on the future after Rodgers? I think that the future after Rodgers is set up for success. The problem with that, though, is all the players that we're excited about on rookie deals, they're going to eventually be due to be paid, and I don't think we can pay all of them. So that's a future issue. That's like a good problem to have because you have so many good players on rookie deals that you can't pay them all. And I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to scare you guys, but the Jets are not going to be able to re-sign Sauce, Garrett, and Jermaine, and Brees, and Ruckert. You know, like, all right, we don't got to talk about that. That's way in the future. Let's win with them now. We're good. TJ Beats, I think the future is bright. Appreciate it. Who's excited to see Zach week 1 in the 4th quarter? Oh, my gosh. Can you imagine? If I'm at MetLife Stadium and I see Zach Wilson on the field up 30-0, I want to see Zach Wilson play this year for that reason. Give me Zach Wilson in the 4th quarter, dude. Give me that. Yo, Richie, once the New York Jets beat the Patriots, what do you think the fan base is going to be like? Do you think the city's going to go crazy? So Jets Media Day is against the Patriots, and I picked that game for a reason because I really strongly believe we were going to beat the Patriots. And if you guys know, Jets Media Day comes with access to the field after the game. So we're all going to be on the field after the game. And I want to be partying on that freaking football field on MetLife's turf after beating the damn Patriots for the first time. Oh, my God. If you guys want to pull up the Jets Media Day, there's 4 tickets left. That's it. 4 remaining. When those 4 are gone, nobody else can buy tickets anymore. Tickets comes with access to the field after the game, tailgate, all-inclusive, T-shirt, game ticket to Jets, Patriots live show from the tailgate you'll be a part of. If you want to come, tickets are in the description. 4 left. 4 left. So if you want to come, I'd consider buying them now because if you decide you want to come later, they're not going to be available. Oh, God. Dolphins got bodied 19-3. Mike White threw a pick. Oh, man. What if we went 15-2 and got swept by the Pats? Now, it's funny. I actually joke about this on the roundtable. I tell Master at Work, who's the Patriots guy in the roundtable, I'm like, you know what, Master at Work? If the Jets go 15-2 and their 2 losses are to the Patriots, I am upset. That would be such a bittersweet season. I mean, let's be real here, guys. That would be sick. 15 wins? Yeah, okay. Patriots, you still own us. But what are you guys doing? We're in the damn playoffs. We're in the first seed in the AFC with this record. But obviously, that would stink for different reasons, for personal reasons. Just wait till you guys have to sit there with 20K bandwagon fans who will act like they've been here their whole lives. The struggle is real. Hey, I will love that. I think that if we have 200,000 bandwagon fans, that means we made it. That means we freaking made it. Give me bandwagon fans, bro. I don't welcome them, but I do welcome them from the perspective that when you have bandwagon fans, that means you're doing something right. That means the team's good. That's freaking good, man. It's good stuff. We've all been here the whole time. I'm assuming everybody. I mean, maybe there's bandwagon fans tuning in. Are you a bandwagon fan? Let yourself know. Let's go. And the other thing about this Jets fan base that I'm noticing is they're across the country, the world. We got people tuning in all across the place. Pretty damn cool, man. Guys, if you didn't know, I did launch a brand new Discord server, and I would love for you guys to join the Discord because we have a lot of fun things happening. We have 177 members right now of the Discord, and it's constantly growing. And what the Discord does is it gives you access to communicate with me and the entire Jets media community in real time. So you can talk with me when I'm not live, ask me questions about certain things. There's a lot of Jets fans in there. We talk all the time. We send funny memes. We send our best bets for the weeks. We talk fantasy football trades. We talk even movies. Madden's coming out this week, so we're going to be talking Madden. If you guys want to verse anybody in Madden, that's where you go. So make sure you guys click that link that's pinned in the chat. Join the Discord server. It's a lot of fun, man. I'm new to Discord in terms of hosting a Discord server, and it's really fun to have you guys in there. Let's go. Just join, buddy. You and JC are killing it with the coverage. Thank you, man. Shout out Jet Central. Jet Central is the legend. Jet Central's the OG. Ian, shout out, dude. He's my man. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm not letting this slide. No, no, no. Jamie is not a bandwagon fan. I promise you that. Jamie was watching his Chiefs. People think that the Kansas City Chiefs have been good forever. They've sucked for a long time before their new regime right now. Also, King Jamie has been subscribed to Jets media before a lot of you guys. No offense. King Jamie has been in my chat as a Chiefs fan supporting the Jets for 3 years now, through the Adam Gase era, through it all. So King Jamie has been supporting the Jets as a Chiefs fan, supporting me for a long, long time. And I know on the surface it might look like he's a bandwagon fan because his profile picture is the Chiefs. But I'm telling you, my man has been here through it all. He's real. He's been showing love when I'm down in the gutter with the Adam Gase era, crying my eyes out because of how miserable this team is. He's always sparking some positivity somehow. And he always says, one day the Chiefs will be versing the Jets in the AFC Championship. And man, I hope that happens this year. Richie, did you see Gase is with Broncos? I did. Yeah, so Sean Payton talks crap to Nathaniel Hackett, but then he has Adam Gase. Right. I was there, Richie. It was amazing. I was screaming for us. Let's go, Justin. I love that. Absolutely love that. Red John, I know we rotate, but I need JJ in for about 50% of snaps and Q for about 70%. Who do you think our starting D-line will be? So, Red John, appreciate the $5. I'm personally just not fixated on the rotation. I'm not worried about what percentage of this player gets. There's not a starting 4. That's the reality of it. And people got to realize that. There is no starting 4 on this defensive line. There is not. They're going to rotate. All 10 of them are going to play. All 10. All 10 are going to play. And it's that simple. And that's a damn good thing. It's a damn good thing. Love it. Now, I know that Jets fans want more playing time with this player or this player. This player is so good, but we want him to play more. Right? I get that. But it's a positive. We want the legs to stay fresh. The positive and the reason why the Jets do this is because when you play a rotation, it keeps the best guys fresh for the fourth quarter when we need them the most. Because you don't want them to be gassed in the fourth quarter. You play them 70% of the snaps, and then when it's the 45 seconds to go in the fourth quarter, our best player is out there. He's played all game, and he's gassed, and he can't get to the quarterback because he doesn't have enough stamina because he's been playing all game. That's why the Jets have a deep rotation. I personally never complain about percentages of snaps because I trust the scheme. I trust the coaching staff. I trust the system because that's how good this D-line is. They're deep. Glenn, $5. Thank you, man. Question, what happens to Wilson in 2 years when he's a free agent? Wilson has to start next year or Jets give up on him. So, this is obviously I'm going to give you a hypothetical because I don't know what's going to happen. But say Aaron Rodgers plays 2 years. And then in that 2 years, so Zach's in year 3 right now. And then I'm assuming after next year, the Jets are going to decline Zach's 5th-year option. And then if the Jets and Zach Wilson, this is what's probably going to happen. They're going to give him a team-friendly deal, a 1-year deal. And that contract is going to be a team-friendly contract. And then that's the year he's going to start. This is just like projecting of what the Jets' plan is. And then when Rodgers retires, they re-sign Zach to a team-friendly deal because he can't ask for a lot of money when you haven't played good. So he's going to re-sign with the Jets for a year, and then that's the season where he goes and plays for a contract. And if he goes and he plays like a franchise quarterback, the Jets extend him. If he sucks again, Jets move on. I think that's the plan here. So Rodgers here for 2 more years. You decline Zach's 5th-year option. You extend him on a team-friendly deal. Both parties will be happy with that because Zach is going to bet on himself. And then Zach's going to go out there when Rodgers retires, be the starting quarterback in like 2025 or 2026, whenever the hell it happens. And then we see. And then if he plays well, he gets an extension. If he stinks, we move on. And then we have to worry about that down the line. So I think that's the Jets' plan. I definitely can tell you that Zach Wilson's not going to be asking for a lot of money when he's due to get paid, right? Like, why would Zach Wilson want to go somewhere else when he's slowly becoming like we're going the Packers route low key right now? It's a little backwards because we started Zach for 2 years, but the Packers route is you draft a quarterback, you let him sit behind the veteran for 3 years, and then he takes over. That's what they did with Rodgers, with Brett Favre as a quarterback. That's what they did with Jordan Love, with Rodgers as the quarterback. And now we drafted Zach. He started for 2 years. We bring in Rodgers. Now Rodgers is going to develop him. When Rodgers retires, then Zach Wilson will be the starter. And Zach will take a pay cut. He doesn't need to take a pay cut. When you're a quarterback that has a stinky first 2 years and you don't play, you're not going to ask for money. He has no leverage in this situation. He's going to be like, yeah, give me your opportunity. And the Jets will be like, okay. That is the dream situation for this Jets team. If that happens, wow. The long-term success for this Jets team's done. Like, if Zach Wilson turns into this Jets franchise quarterback and all of a sudden 3 years from now, he's a top 10 QB after Rodgers, like, takes us to the promised land. Wow. That's a reality. Not going to do call-ins tonight, actually, Bernard. Definitely going to be doing call-ins Monday, though. Monday will be the call-in show. So stay tuned. If you guys want to see if I'm for real, come to Jets Media Day. I'll be supporting Richie, but wear my Chiefs number 50 jersey and have a beer with you and watch the Jets smoke the Patriots. Yeah, can't wait to meet you, bro. Pull up. 4 tickets left. Dalvin Cook is tiring. I don't care if he signs now. That's how I'm thinking. If he signs, great. That's awesome. We got a good player. If he doesn't sign, he signs with someone else, I don't care as much. I like what we got. It's such a luxury. We have to be real about it. Rodgers hitting 40, so Zach is going to have to start some games along the way. If he and Hackett work well together, he'll stay. Well, hopefully Rodgers turning 40 doesn't mean that he'll miss time. But yeah, anything can happen. Also, Rodgers' pay cut completely offsets Zach Wilson's contract, which is another reason why he'll take a team-friendly deal. So, yeah. Well, I'll tell you this is not their plan, but we'll see. Crazy, the backup D-line is probably better than some starting D-line units. That is true. That is true. Our backup defensive line is better than your starting defensive line. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Let's go. We're all in on Zach. Facts. Guess who else is all in on Zach? The Jets organization. I love how people still try to spin a narrative that the Rodgers is not here to help Zach. Like, Do you not see what's happening before our eyes? Come on. Folks, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button. Is it possible to get to 200 likes? We're at 169 likes. Nice. Wink, wink. So I do appreciate you guys helping out the channel by simply hitting that like button. The New York Jets dominate the Carolina Panthers 27-0. This post-game recap has been phenomenal. We're going to be doing this all throughout the season. I think the structure is going to be a live reaction to the game. I'm going to take a quick break for like an hour after the game and then go live for the post-game. So that's kind of probably be the structure. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of live streams across YouTube that you guys can quick click between. I'm sure all the creators of Jets community will be live at the same time, which is awesome. And that's what I love this. That's why I love this. We have such a great community and you guys are spoiled. You got Jake Asman. You got Jets Talk 24/7. You got the Talking Jets panel with Matt O'Leary and Green Bean. You got Jets Central. You got Buffalo. You got Boy Green. I'm sure I'm missing many, but we're spoiled with Jets content creators, man. They're so good. There's so many options for you. JD's amazing. Tonight highlighted it. Yes. I can't wait for Saturday. MetLife's going to be loud. Yeah, baby. I'll be at training camp. Both days. Freaking go. 187 likes. 13 more likes. 200 will be wild. Oh, my gosh. And we hit 18.3K today. Damn. You guys are awesome, man. 18.3K subs. Things are happening on the channel, man. I cannot wait. Training camp coverage this week. Vibes are through the roof. I'm so happy I went to Spartanburg to cover joint practice, even though Mother Nature said, yeah, Richie, you're not going to allow to see the second practice because we're going to make it rain. Okay, thanks. Oh, God. All right, folks. So that's going to wrap up this post-game recap. I'm going to do another live stream tomorrow to talk more about this because there's so much to unpack. The positive list is endless. Literally endless. Jermaine Johnson, Will McDonald, Quentin Jefferson, Bryce Huff, Zach Wilson, Izzy, Carter, Barnes, Joe Tippmann, Mekhi Becton, Greg Zuerlein, Thomas Morstead, Zach Kuntz, Kenny Yeboah. What the heck else is there to say? Jermaine Johnson. KJ. God damn, what a beast, bro. He's about to go crazy. So, folks, that's going to wrap it up. 2 more likes till 200. We can't finish the show until we get 200. So, thank you guys again for tuning in. That's going to wrap up the post-game recap. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Thanks for watching on this Saturday night. I guess Saturday night is Jets night for you guys. It's going to be the next 2 Saturdays is all Jets. Next Saturday, Bucks. Saturday after that, Giants. Then we get a Saturday break. And then that Monday night is JETS football, baby. Let's freaking go. So, we hit 200 likes. That means we can wrap it up. Thank you guys. Young Richie, like sent. Ace of Spade. Thank you for sending in that like. I appreciate that. Richie the GOAT. Isaac, thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. Jermaine is going to level up. Joe killing it. Yes, sir. That guy with the strip sack. Yeah, Hector. Let's go. JJ is a beast. Yeah. Yeah, Tippmann. Oh, yeah, baby. Thanks for another fun stream, Richie. Thanks for being cool, chat. Yeah, the chat's awesome. Will McDonald giving me prime J. Peppers vibes. Ooh, God. Tippmann. Yes, sir. If you ain't got haters, you ain't popping. That's the vibe. So, folks, appreciate you all. I'm getting out of here. Get a good night's rest. Go have fun tonight. And let's go, Jets. Peace, guys.